President's Day, which is tomorrow, was established to honor founding father George Washington. Tonight, we end with some insights on the nation's 39th president. Our Bob Schieffer covered Jimmy Carter almost 50 years ago and looked back in time on Face the Nation.
When the former governor of Georgia decided to run for president in 1975, it was not as if America had been waiting for him with bated breath.
Jimmy who?
Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy who?
I don't know who he is.
He was so unknown that his surprise win in the Iowa caucuses brought headlines blaring the same question. Carter tried to make a virtue of his lack of Washington experience. A self-made peanut farmer from Plains, Georgia, introduced us to an improbable cast of small-town characters. But his best asset was always wife Rosalind. Carter's campaign came down to one simple promise.
I'll never tell a lie. I'll never make a misleading statement.
After the lies of Watergate, it worked. Carter went on to defeat incumbent Gerald Ford, maybe not so much because of what he said, but because Ford had pardoned Richard Nixon. The low point for Carter came when Iran's revolutionary leaders took U.S. diplomats hostage. The conflict set off a fuel shortage back home, and Americans faced long lines at gas stations from coast to coast. A military mission to rescue the hostages collapsed in an Iranian desert, and with it Carter's campaign for re-election. The captives remained behind bars until the new president was sworn in. For all that, Carter was responsible for two extremely significant achievements. Negotiating the Panama Canal Treaty assured the canal stayed open to American ships, and even more important, Carter engineered the Camp David Accords, which remains the single most important diplomatic achievement in the Middle East.
And I would like to say, as a Christian, to these two friends of mine, the words of Jesus, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be the children of God."
Although he served only one term, Carter went on to become America's most active and productive former president. He visited countries around the world, serving as a mediator in settling disputes. His work in Habitat for Humanity revived voluntarism in this country. Carter survived brain cancer in his early 90s. Jimmy and Rosalind Carter have been married more than 75 years, the longest presidential marriage in history. This is Bob Schieffer.